back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and if you're new here, hello. My name is Ashley. I run things here at Okrogal. Welcome to another day of Vlogmas, friends. I am cozy, cuddled up in my couch today. I don't think I've ever filmed a video here before, but I was just feeling, you know, extra cozy. It's holiday time, and I felt like I needed to sit somewhere other than like a cold chair. Today we're talking all about essential oils, specifically essential oil diffuser blend recipes. I have discovered, created, tweaked different diffuser blend recipes specifically for the holidays. So I'm gonna be sharing 8 of those with you today. But before we get into that part, which is like the main part of this video, I wanted to give just a little bit of backstory when it comes to my experience and my knowledge of essential oils. So let's try to make a long story short. I have been falling into many a hobby in quarantine, and this happens to be one of them. I basically saw a lot of people on Instagram posting about essential oils, specifically Young Living essential oils, what they can do for you, you know, using different diffuser blends, using rollers, like topically. I was also seeing a lot of posts of really beautiful and pretty and cute diffusers that essentially become a part of your home decor. You know, they are that candle in a cute little candle holder. That's kind of like what a diffuser is. So I was seeing all these posts, and I just wanted to bite the bullet and purchase some and try it. So personally, to each their own, I don't support MLMs. So I Googled around and found Eden's Garden, which has been just, I mean, I'm so glad that I found them. They are a non-MLM essential oil company. They do free shipping, which if you know me, free shipping with no minimum is like, I don't care if you're selling me garbage, like I'll take it. So they sell rollers that you can do topically, and they have a wide variety of essential oils, but the thing that I really like about them is they're very knowledgeable, and they are there to provide resources for you. So they have a blog where they talk about how to use different oils. You know, how do you use eucalyptus topically? What's the best way to diffuse XYZ oil? Like, it's very informational. The other thing that I like is when you click on an oil on their website, you get all the information. They explain kind of the scent profile to you. They explain what part of the plant that oil comes from. And then they also tell you what it blends best with, which I think when you're a beginner and you're first starting, that's so important because it can be overwhelming. There are so many scents, right? There are so many different oils to choose from, and it can feel like a lot. So I made my first purchase in June, and I haven't looked back. I have pretty much made a purchase every month since then, sometimes twice a month. I have built up quite the collection of oils, and I love it. It is such a great hobby for me. I love discovering new blends that I create myself. I love finding ones on Pinterest. Like, I'm obsessed with just pinning all different diffuser blend recipes. I have 4 diffusers in my home. I have one in my living room, one in my bedroom, one in our bathroom, and then Daisy has one in her room. So if you're thinking to yourself, this is all fine and dandy, but like, I don't even know what a diffuser is. How does it work? Why is it better than, you know, lighting a candle? So a diffuser is basically like a vessel that holds water. And what you do when you're using essential oils is you fill it with water, put however much oil in you want, however many drops, put the lid on, turn it on. When you turn it on, there's a disc inside that vibrates, and it vibrates at such a rate that it like basically breaks up the oil into microscopic particles. So the oil is then combined essentially with the water, and it comes out as a mist, and that's how it works. In terms of being like better than candles, I'm not, I was gonna say I'm not a doctor. I'm definitely not a doctor. I'm not like a candle expert. I'm not a scientist. Like, what I do know is that essential oils are all natural and candle scents are not. So there's that you're inhaling something that's natural, not something that's been like man-made. And then also it's much better bang for your buck when it comes to buying an oil, because you're only using drops of it. They last for a lot longer. I'll throw it up on the screen if I can find it, but there's a really good like price comparison breakdown of like buying a candle and buying an essential oil. It's quite interesting. So now that we got kind of the background out of the way and like a little bit of information about how a diffuser works, let's talk about these blends. So I have a list of 8 blends that are my jam. We kicked off the holidays very early this year, as I'm sure a lot of you did. It's 2020, we can do whatever we want. So I have been experimenting with different blends, trying things out, making adjustments where I found that I needed to in terms of, ooh, that's too much cinnamon or that's too much nutmeg, pull back on that. And I have come up with these recipes. Now, these are not all mine. Some of these are like straight off of Pinterest and I'm just sharing them because they're great. Some of them are very similar to ones that are on Pinterest, and like I said, I tweaked them, and some of them I created myself. So let's go ahead and jump in to the recipes. So first up, we have a blend called Christmas Eve. This calls for 4 drops of cassia, 4 drops of nutmeg, and 4 drops of vanilla. I love this blend because one reason why I never gravitated towards, not even just Bath and Body Works, but any like food scented candle, is because I just thought it smelled so fake. Like almost like sickeningly fake, where you smell it and you're like, that doesn't even smell good. I feel like this recipe, diffuser blend recipe, smells like food, but in like the best way, because you're using all natural things, right? The cassia oil, that was one I was really unfamiliar with. I knew what nutmeg smelled like, I knew what vanilla smelled like. Cassia, I had no idea. It basically smells like a straight up oatmeal cookie. Because you're doing 4 drops of each, it's very balanced, and it basically just smells like a bakery. It smells like a fall or winter bakery. You have that kind of oatmeal cookie scent, then you have the nutmeg, and then the vanilla just kind of like tones everything down. Definitely a favorite. All right, the next one is called Cookies for Santa. I remember this one being one I pulled off of Pinterest and then I tweaked it to my liking. So this one is 3 drops cinnamon bark, 2 drops peppermint, 1 drop lemon. There's something that happens with the cinnamon bark and the lemon mixing together. It almost smells like a snickerdoodle, like a cinnamony baked good is like what it smells like. And then the peppermint just kind of gives it this layer of like freshness. My main suggestion, I feel like this cinnamon bark is really the only oil I have found where it's like, ooh. So my main suggestion with the cinnamon bark is, anytime you read the suggested drops, do less. I personally feel like it just overpowers the whole blend if you put too much of it in. You know, if it's 1 drop, fine. 2, maybe 3, okay. 4, 5, some recipes call for like 6 or 7 drops of cinnamon bark, and you can't even smell the other scents because the cinnamon is so strong. So this Cookies for Santa recipe, I just felt like was the perfect balance of like that fresh and kind of citrusy note, and then the cinnamon, and those paired together just make for like the best snickerdoodle scent you have ever smelled. All right, since I was talking about like freshness and a fresh scent, next is Holiday Linen. This blend is 6 drops of pine, 2 drops of lemon, and 2 drops of eucalyptus. So I have done this one like that, and then I've also done this one minus the lemon, like just the pine and the eucalyptus. I love both of these scent profiles, if you will. I love both of these blends because if you do the pine and the eucalyptus, it smells like a Christmas tree farm. Like, it smells so good. You get that real like pine needly scent. You really smell that coming through. But then when you do the pine, lemon, and eucalyptus, you get more of that fresh, almost like a, I don't want to say like laundry, but just a more like fresher, clean, like a very clean scent. So highly recommend both of those. I don't know why I keep going like this, like the recipes are right here. Maybe I'll have to put them up on the screen. I definitely would recommend both. So one for if you just want that more like tree and kind of more woodsy smell, and then the other one if you just want something fresh, clean, and crisp, but still leaning holiday because you get that pine. Okay, next up we have spiced cider. This was one of the first ones that I tried because it was a fall one that I had looked up. Like, I looked up fall diffuser blends, and I have been diffusing it since. It is so good. So it's 6 drops of bergamot, 2 drops of Fighting 5, and 2 drops of ginger. So Fighting 5 is basically the Eden's Garden dupe of Thieves, which is a very popular best-selling oil from Young Living. And in Fighting 5, because it's already a blend that you can buy, in Fighting 5 is lemon, cinnamon leaf. So there's a cinnamon scent, but it's not as strong as cinnamon bark. Moroccan rosemary, clove bud, and then 2 different types of eucalyptus. So it has this very kind of like musky, foresty scent to it, but then you also get the cinnamon. It's really, really great. So that combined with the bergamot and then the ginger, which gives it some spice, really makes it smell like spiced cider. I think it has to do with the bergamot, because bergamot is a little bit more tepid than the Fighting 5. It almost mellows it out a little bit, and it literally makes it smell like apple, straight up apple cider. All right, the next blend is one that I found I can't remember if I found it on Pinterest first, because I know it's on Pinterest, but I think I saw somebody on Instagram post about it. This is a Bath & Body Works dupe. So this is a diffuser blend dupe for the cinnamon spiced vanilla candle. So it's 4 drops of stress relief and then 3 drops of cinnamon bark. Now stress relief is just like Fighting 5. It's another blend that you can buy. And in stress relief is sweet orange, bergamot, patchouli, grapefruit, and ylang ylang. So you kind of have like that last note is a little floral, but then you have the grapefruit and the orange like citrus, but then the patchouli, which is, you know, that more like patchouli reminds me of like an evening perfume. So you have that, and then you have the cinnamon, and somehow, some way, it all works together. I think because what ends up happening with the citrus notes in stress relief with the patchouli, it almost just makes it smell like an elevated citrus scent almost. Like the citrus still comes through, and then the patchouli kind of deepens the notes. And then you have the cinnamon, which gives it that like spicy type of scent. So it's interesting that there's no vanilla in that, but it is a total dupe for the cinnamon spice vanilla candle, and it smells like there's vanilla in it. All right, we have 2 blends left, and I saved the best for last. So next up is one called Balsam Branches. I love this diffuser blend. It is, if you like the fir balsam candle from Bath & Body Works, which has been a staple of mine for years upon years upon years, you will love this blend. It is 5 drops of balsam fir, 2 drops of orange, and 2 drops of cinnamon. Now you might be thinking, why would you mix balsam with orange and cinnamon? You have to remember though, you're mixing 5 drops of balsam and you're only mixing 2 of orange and 2 of cinnamon. So there's a really good balance between like that Christmas tree farm scent, and then just like a hint of sweetness and a hint of spice. This is one that I have been doing consistently for the past couple of weeks now. I usually have scents that I like to diffuse like in the morning and then later in the afternoon and then before I go to bed. And this has been one that I have been diffusing in the morning because it just screams Christmas to me, and it's fantastic. Okay, we counted wrong. I have an extra blend to chat about. I put the like nighttime blend on the side of my note, like on the page of my notebook, so I didn't recognize that we still had to go over that one. So let's talk about my favorite blend out of all of these, and then we'll talk about the nighttime one. So my favorite blend that I'm telling you here today is called Celebration Time. It's 3 drops orange, 2 drops clary sage, 2 drops frankincense, 1 drop lemon, 1 drop ylang ylang. It is like heaven. You get the citrus because you have the orange and the lemon. You have the ylang ylang, which is a very muted floral, like very muted. And then the frankincense and clary sage just like punch it up. Like those make it smell so rich. Kind of like I was saying earlier, kind of give it that like deeper, more herbal, like muskier scent. But I'm telling you, the orange comes through. It makes it smell just the perfect balance of like citrus and then the herbal. It's so good. All right, lastly, this one's called Christmas Slumber. I've been diffusing this one probably about twice a week before I go to bed. I just feel like it's the perfect combo of a normal kind of nighttime blend with like a holiday kick. So it's 5, stick with me because this one has a lot. 5 drops lavender, 4 drops eucalyptus, 3 drops balsam fir, 2 drops cedarwood, 2 drops peppermint. So I feel like the lavender and the eucalyptus, those are ones I could diffuse any time of year, right? But then you come in with the balsam, the cedarwood, and the peppermint, and it just is this like super fresh, Christmas tree smelling, but then also lavender to calm you down fragrance. It is the best, and it truly does, you know, it's called Christmas Slumber, but it just makes you, like when I'm under the covers and I'm just, you know, smelling like whatever I'm diffusing, this scent in particular, it just makes you feel warm and cozy inside and excited for Christmas. All right, friends, that was, I'm out of breath. I hope this was informative. I have never filmed a video like this before, so I'm not even sure how I'm going to be putting in like pictures and things like that, so kind of bear with me on that front, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Definitely, if you have any questions about anything, I am not an essential oil expert. I do not sell them. I do not, you know, I'm not a part of an MLM that, you know, has to be super, super knowledgeable about essential oils. That's not me, but I do know a good amount. So if you have any questions and you want to ask me, definitely drop me a comment. I also have a link where if you use my Eden's Garden link, I think you get points and I get points. It's not just for me. I mean, anyone can use that. So that is always in my description box. So check that. And I will see you guys tomorrow. It's Vlogmas. I'm seeing you every day. Are you tired of me yet? I will see you tomorrow for another Vlogmas video. Bye, friends.